Gosh, we're getting jazzy and jazzy this morning as one newspaper describes them as the most important band in the country. It is also their multilingualism and diversity that has seen these creatives become part of a musical underground movement that connects Johannesburg to the international community through healing and nostalgic music. They are The Brother Moves On, and the group have released a new project titled He or She Who Feeds You Owns You. We are now joined by members of the internationally acclaimed outfit, Dawjee and Siyabonga Mthembu. Gentlemen, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Yeah, for having us. Yeah,
good stuff, man.
Sure.
Good stuff. Yeah, you really, got us off our feet, and yeah, great start to the day.
Good morning.
I'm going to start with you, Sia. So, take us through how this band was formed. It really is an incredible band, and where do you guys come from? How did you come together?
We first started off as an art collective that slowly morphed into a band.
Okay.
Members are from Mthembu, Davidson, Johannesburg, and the East Rand coming west, actually, in essence. Yeah, that's where it kind of started.
All right. Mohammed, how did you guys meet?
Yo, man, I'm the newest member, I guess. So I met Sia first on a gig through a mutual band we played in for the gig, and through him I had the blessing to meet everyone else.
So what was it about this band that made you want to join them and be a part of this family?
Hey, well, I don't think they gave me a choice, really.
Right?
Yeah. No, it's an energy, man, and it's something that you just want to be a part of.
Right. Mthembu, just take us through, the role each and every band member plays in terms of making this group
For sure.
great.
My baby brother here and cousin Zelizwe Mthembu.
Okay.
He's composer, guitarist. Simpiwe Shabalala on drums. Ayanda Zalegile on bass. Mthembu, probably one of the most biggest journeying jazz men in this country.
Right.
On alto sax, and Dawjee on tenor sax.
Right.
And we all sing. That's prerequisite of the band.
Sure. Okay, so what really inspires you? What's the inspiration behind the formation of this band and, the sustenance of this band?
Johannesburg. Many a time we've been overseas and people are like, do you want to live in Cape Town and work from Cape Town? We're like,
and you chose Joburg.
If we weren't from Joburg, if we weren't going through the ups and downs of being kids from Johannesburg.
It all starts in Joburg after all.
Yeah, that's we're from this earth, and this earth feeds us music.
That's why it's called Johannesburg.
You hustle hard.
So let's talk about your, She Who Feeds You Owns You.
Yeah.
What does that mean, and what really inspired you? What's the inspiration
It's
behind
from Thomas Sankara, the upright president of Burkina Faso's speech to the African Union, where he said, he who feeds you owns you.
Okay.
So the big part we're trying to speak to is food security. We're interested in everything political except the issue that what we eat and put in our body is what makes us what we are. So whoever feeds you, be it money, be it food, be it whatever, owns and runs you. So it's a big question for Africa.
I'm getting a sense that, this band has got so much depth. It's not just a jazz band, but, there's a message behind it. So what is it that you really sing about, or, what's the performance based on?
Positive energy activates constant elevation. We always want to send messages to the young. And we don't like using the word black, we'd rather say umtanonsundu. The child from this country feels like they're forgotten and that their stories don't matter and that their global identity doesn't matter as well. We're trying to, seep those messages through to be like the world wants what you have, the beauty that you have.
Got you. And I saw you performing, and you're really feeling it. You're really feeling the vibe. And, and the work is First Monument to Heal Us, a vessel of healing. Is that you are quoted as having said that? What do you mean by that?
Well, look, music in South Africa, ungoma, music is in essence a healing vessel. And first and foremost, the first person who comes in contact with ingoma is the artist. So if you can't heal internally first, how are you supposed to pass healing on? So that's the big thing. So it's a vessel for a sense of healing first for us, and then we pass that healing on to others.
All right, Mohammed, so what's the biggest highlight ever since being a part of this band?
Well, I mean, what's happening right now is a pretty big moment, I think. The upcoming tour, the release of this album that we've been working on for some time. Yeah, man, I think it's a big moment. This moment right here is
you
is a
are on
highlight.
Morning Live, the biggest show in the
I'm on the highlights. I'm in the highlights. And I'm not just talking about today, I'm talking about everything that's coming in the coming few months.
Berlin, London Jazz Festival premiere. in essence.
Okay.
Yeah, so our album is being premiered at the London and Berlin Jazz
Get
Festival.
out of here.
Straight up.
Whoa.
Yeah, and we're the only South African act that's made the lineup this year, so it's up there as a big one.
I know it may sound like a silly question, but what makes you tick? What makes you, the big deal that you are?
I think first and foremost it's just a self-referential relation to what we do. We want to grow in what we do. We want to turn this into an institution that helps young black kids first and foremost, beyond just being a band. So what ticks is happy brown babies from the global south.
Yeah, and in terms of growth, in terms of growing into a much bigger institution, what is it that you, envisage that you will be?
Youth centers all over the hoods of the East Rand. That's our big thing, is using music as a vessel for social catharsis.
So just how big is jazz music? Do you think so many young people have embraced this genre?
It is huge. So London were the jazz heads of the world. South Africa is being seen as the next jazz head. Blue Note Africa is coming to South Africa.
For sure.
Brownswood released an Indaba Is compilation.
For sure.
So jazz has gone beyond the idea of just being jazz. It's the youth are taking back that space of creativity in essence, yeah.
And I see that the album begins with a prayer, Puleng, one of the oldest TBMO songs, so full of depth-charged emotion. And what's the inspiration behind it? Was it intentional?
Yes, very intentional. It was written by this amazing genius.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
Yeah, but Puleng is a call out. It's got less to do with just being a song. It's a prayer. Wherever we are in the world, when we play Puleng, we remember where we're from. And
for you, Mohammed, where do you see this group heading to?
Yo, man. I'm here for the ride, so
enjoy the ride, brother.
I'm like looking out the window,
Yeah,
I'm not in the front of the bus. I'm looking at the side of the window, as we travel through these spaces.
Okay.
And I'm fully on board with that. Like an institution of healing and of learning.
And guys, you are a big deal as a collective, as a group, as a band, as a family. Keep it that way. Please do not go solo. Okay, you may have solo projects, but please maintain this band, because you are the next big thing in jazz music. All the best, guys.
Thank you
so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Great stuff. Well, members of Brother Moves On, Siyabonga Mthembu, Ayanda Zelekile, Simpiwe Chabalala, Zwelizo Mthembu, Mthunzi, and Muhammad Dawjee speaking to us about their latest project, He Who Feeds You, Owns You, and their upcoming national tour commencing in Johannesburg this coming weekend, ending on the 30th of October this year before embarking on an international tour. Well, the full album is due for premiere in November this year at the London and Berlin Jazz Festival. Did you get that? London and Berlin Jazz Festival. They are a big deal, aren't they?